What's one habit or action that you started doing that completely changed your life? I'll go first. So tell me if you've ever been there. You know, you wake up late because you stayed up late, and you wake up with regret because you aren't doing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing, but you stayed up late because you were watching the same season of the same show you've seen 20 times, only to wake up on Groundhog's Day on repeat and do it again. Somebody asks you, how was your day? Or, you know, how you doing today? And you go, yeah, I'm all right. And you suddenly realize this deep pitting feeling that you are just existing. That was the moment that I realized how important self-respect was, and doing what I say I'm going to do and following my word to myself was then the most important habit that I could ever cultivate, because through that you make self-esteem, and once you start to understand that you're unstoppable and you're powerful, that's when things start to change.
This changed my life. So anything I do task-wise, I give myself 30 minutes. If I realize that I'm not finished within 30 minutes, I give myself an hour. So whatever task you do cannot exceed an hour, meaning you can do a lot of tasks all a day with 1 hour limit.
Stopped being so damn hard on myself. I started accepting myself for who I am and realizing that every single moment I'm doing the best I possibly can. That includes in the past when I was making so-called mistakes and not making the best of choices. I was still doing the best I could with the resources I had, the intellect, and under the circumstance then and there back in the past. And that in the future, I'm going to be doing the best I can then and there too, and I don't have to stress or be anxious over it because I know I'm only going to be able to control what I can control, and that's nothing. I can only influence the future by not being stressed and being the best version of myself that I can be here and now in the present moment. And I started doing that and started loving myself, accepting myself, and making my life better.
Taking accountability for every decision that I've ever made, which definitely helped with the healing process.
Affirmations, hands down. Self-gratitude will change your life.
The action that I took that completely changed my life was getting my anxiety disorder diagnosed. I've had anxiety since I can remember, but what I've concluded through some therapy is that I've probably had anxiety since I was 15, but I've always had the tools and the ability to self-manage my anxiety. But in 2018, when I became a lawyer, my anxiety became unmanageable. And that was really hard to deal with because I was so used to being able to manage it that I was really confused. And of course, it's confusing because I was like, oh, like, this is what I want to be doing. I like doing this. I'm good at doing this. Everyone is approving of my work. So, like, why are you so anxious about it? But anyway, I got anxiety medication and it has changed my life. Anxiety medication has given me hope for my career and so much peace.
When I don't know the facts, assuming the best of people. Like if someone cuts you off in line, maybe they were rushing to do something and they didn't realize it. Or if someone leaves a comment that's kind of rude, maybe they didn't realize it was rude and didn't mean it. When we don't know the full story, anything we tell ourselves is just something we're making up. So why not make up the nice story? It makes my life inside my own head better, and it usually makes interactions with those people go better, which can lead to better outcomes.
Listening to audiobooks while driving, specifically self-development. I hate reading and I don't always find time to read. So instead of listening to the same songs over and over and over again, or listening to a bunch of crap on the radio, you could enrich in your mind. I drive 20 minutes to the gym. That's 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. It's 40 minutes of enriching my mind at least 3 times a week. And the best part is, it's absolutely free on the internet. And just remember, every 10 minutes adds up. So that might just be one step closer to a more wiser and successful you.
I've actually got quite a few for this one. First one, going to bed earlier. Making sure that I get 7 hours of sleep minimum. Game freaking changer. Increasing daily water intake. Making sure that the minimum I'm getting each day is about 80 ounces. It has changed so much in my life. Making sure to eat multiple servings of fruits and vegetables throughout the day. It really is nature's medicine. Working to hit 10,000 steps every day. I know that some of you guys might have a more sedentary job, so maybe 10,000 steps right off the bat is not realistic. Aim for 6 or 7. I'm telling you, getting up and moving consistently on a regular basis every day really does make your body feel 10 times better. And last but not least, probably the most important one, taking Sundays either completely off or minimal social media. That means no work, no responding to messages, no social media posts, nothing. Just enjoying the day with my husband.
Being rude, and not even really being rude, just being more assertive with how I feel and what I'm thinking, and not trying to filter it as much to make other people comfortable. I used to very much be a yes man, and I got my feelings hurt far too much. So I think there was like a transition in my life where my brain just kind of clicked. And ever since then, even like people that I knew in high school look at me differently because they can't talk to me the same way, because I will tell them exactly what I'm thinking, and 9 times out of 10, it's not nice. I mean, I'm not like belligerently rude, but it's very much, if you say something stupid, play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, basically. And I love it. And I don't feel bad.
I was the most anxious and overthinking person until I found this one concept. I stopped seeing anything that was beyond my control as either good or bad. Someone cuts me up while I'm driving, someone at work treats me badly. Anything that ever happened in the past, I look at them all and go, can I change that? Is it beyond my control? If it is, then it's neither good or bad and I'm completely indifferent to it. Try this and anxiety will feel like a distant memory.
I used to do massage, and I had this one client she was an older lady, and she would get naked, totally naked, for every massage. And one day she asked me if it made me uncomfortable, and I said, absolutely not, it doesn't make me uncomfortable at all. And she said, plus look at me, I'm gorgeous. This body has done all of these amazing things, and it still works. It's a beautiful body, all the scars and all the wrinkles. And so I started thinking of myself that way. She's right. I can do all of these amazing things. I can walk, and I can talk, and I can swim and hike and do all sorts of things. And I started thinking of my own body like that, and it changed everything for me, because it's an amazing body, and I'm going to be grateful for it rather than hate it.
I stopped treating my boundaries like closed doors and started treating them like a cliff's edge. Now, what I mean by that is I used to have a bad problem of telling someone no, establishing a boundary, watch them cross that line, and then allow them to come back in. That was hurting nobody's feelings but my own, hun. So I decided I'm grown, I'm an adult, and I deserve to be treated the way I want to be treated. No ifs, no ands, no buts. No is a full sentence around here. If you don't like it, tough. Those are my boundaries. Those are my terms. Doing that has taught me so much self-respect and respect for others.
Breath work changed my life. As an empath, I had taken on, like a little sponge, all of these energies that weren't my own. And I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what my own energy was. I was very confused, even going to the grocery store, social interactions with anybody that was overwhelming. And so breath work helped me to clear my energy field and then feel my own energy, really contact that and shine my own healing light towards myself for once, to stop the people pleasing and really focus on me and learn who I am. And that really saved my life.
So for years I worked on creating this bubble of energy around me where there's my energy, my thoughts, my beliefs, my way of seeing the world in a positive way. And I worked on making it thick so nothing can get through without my consent. Now, it's true that in my life I come across people, situations that challenge my mind, challenge my beliefs, challenge me, and my bubble gets burst sometimes. But the thing is that because I worked on it and it's so freaking strong at this point, it's just a matter of minutes or hours until it all comes back together, back to that level, that frequency that I set it up to. So I believe it's absolutely mandatory to create a bubble, to work on your mindset, on your energy, in order to have a happy life and to stay grounded in yourself.
Ignore the sweat. I just finished working out and I don't know why I'm reflectively pink right now. Anywho, an action that has completely changed my life is not being scared to go to the movies by myself. Now, you guys have seen my page, and if not, go check out some videos. They might be for you, they might not be, and that's okay. I used to be so scared to do things by myself, which is crazy to think about now because now I don't give a fuck. But I used to always feel like I needed someone with me because I was nervous about other people's reactions. Like, what would they think of me if they saw me at this thing? Now I walk into places like I'm the boss ass bitch and I want people to think, ooh, what is she doing? It builds your confidence doing things by yourself and walking into places by yourself, eating by yourself, going to the movies, doing whatever. And the moment for me that changed everything was when I was fed up asking my friends and depending on my friends to go do something I wanted to fucking do. Now, I ask people if they want to join me, but I'm still gonna go to the fucking movies. I don't wait for nobody.
Hands down, canceling plans. If you need to think about it for more than 2 minutes, just cancel the plans. Stop feeling bad about disappointing your friends. If you don't have the energy or don't feel like it anymore, just cancel the plans. Tú no le debes nada a nadie. Oh, but Marlon, we've had the plans for over a week. Like, I feel so bad. You were a different person last week. You've changed, you've manifested, you've evolved, and you don't feel like going anymore. Cancel the plans. Oh, but I don't know what to say in the text. Like, what if they get mad at me? 90% of the time, people will be like, okay, I understand. Hope you have a good day. People will find ways to make up their day. Plans will move on. The world moves on. You're okay. Sex is great and all, but canceling plans, baby? Ay, Dios mío.
Routine, gratitude, practice. There's a lot that goes into this, and if you watch my other videos, you'll be able to find more information about like what it means to have an effective gratitude practice. But essentially how it works is you find time in your regular life, generally within your regular routine so that you don't forget it, whether that's at meal times or while you're brushing your teeth or driving in your car, and you choose to sit in the true energetic of gratitude. And this helps you with your magnetism. It also just feels good. It helps you to be more present with where you're at, and it helps you sort of divorce yourself from like the grind, like the work is worth mindset, and like I have to always be pursuing because I'm never allowed to be happy with what I have. This changed my life in numerous ways. I have a beautiful, lovely partner. She's amazing. We live here on this amazing river. It's great. Daily gratitude practice, routine, do it.
That habit is 100% meditation. When I first started meditation, I thought it was like the worst thing ever to ever like sit down and get in touch with your thoughts or your inner self. Like, what? But when I fully committed and started to do a daily meditation practice, my life changed for the better. It allowed me to really get in touch with my inner self, like get to know my inner self. What are the things that really bother me? What are the things that I feel like I'm good at? What am I grateful for? And the list honestly goes on. So it's not an easy one, but I do highly suggest to try meditation, and it doesn't have to be a daily practice, although I think that it should be, because we all have at least 5 minutes to sit still and get in contact with our true self.
Oh, I like this one because it's pretty simple. I stopped drinking alcohol. And it wasn't that I just stopped drinking alcohol, it's that I actually dealt with the grief, the sadness, the fear, the trauma, all the stuff associated with the why. Alcohol was just the outlet. It was just the solution, or so I thought, to a deeper rooted problem. And that is by far the best thing I ever did in my entire life for myself and for my son. And now I am 3 years, 9 months sober. And I won't say that if I can do it, that anyone can do it, but I do believe that we all have the capacity to heal and change and overcome trauma that's not our fault. But once we name the problem, it's our responsibility to do something with it. And maybe that's the most important thing I've ever learned, is to take responsibility for the here and now.
Saying no.
I started to change my self-talk. I started to notice what I was saying about myself. I started to change that. Because before that, and like a lot of people, I felt like I was just going through the motion. I can honestly say that I didn't even really notice what I was saying about myself. And once I started to notice my negative self-talk, things like, oh, this is hard, or I'll never be able to do that, or I can't. Then detaching from identities that were holding me back. Things like, I've always been overweight. I've always been unconfident. I've always been, whatever it is. Just noticing my negative self-talk, being aware of it, it's such a big difference, because as soon as I was aware of it, I was able to change it. That's when everything in my life started to change, simply from noticing the words that I was saying. Because what you say to yourself becomes your beliefs. Beliefs create your attitude. Attitudes create your feelings. Feelings determine your action, and your actions are what determine your results.
If you've ever found yourself having anxiety all day, you probably are checking your phone for an hour before even getting out of bed. So stop.
Honestly, man, putting me first. There is nothing like putting yourself first.
begin to realize how much you actually care about people. Because now my actions don't rely on how someone else feels. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. It's not in a negative way, it's just in a healthy way for me. Putting yourself first not only keeps you happier and more focused on your goals, but it also shows you how things don't really matter as much as you think they do. People don't really care as much as you think they do. People will get over things a lot faster than you think they will. We are all out here living life, and it keeps on going. But when you try to live someone else's life, that's when you get all messed up. So put you first.